In 1988, a new phenomenon hit the shelves in the form of Contra for the NES. This iconic run-and-gun game captivated audiences with its fast-paced action and cooperative gameplay. Unlike many of its contemporaries, Contra offered players the chance to team up, creating a social experience that was both thrilling and demanding. The game quickly became a staple in households, transcending the typical video game experience by fostering camaraderie and competition, setting the stage for future multiplayer games. Contra's cultural impact was profound, as it introduced the now legendary Konami code, which granted players 30 lives. This became a household secret among gamers, passed down like a treasured heirloom. The game's difficulty and this secret code highlighted the community aspect of gaming, where sharing tips and tricks became a part of the culture. Contra was more than just a game, it was a shared challenge that united players worldwide. The impact of Contra extended beyond just the gaming world. It influenced pop culture, appearing in various forms of media and inspiring future game developers. The term Contra-like became synonymous with challenging, action-packed gameplay. The game's influence is seen in many modern titles that adopt its cooperative and fast-paced nature. Contra wasn't just a game, it was a blueprint for future generations of video games, representing a pivotal moment in gaming history. Developed by Konami, Contra was initially an arcade game before being adapted for the NES. The transition required significant changes due to the NES's hardware limitations. Developers had to creatively compress the arcade's graphics and simplify the controls without losing the essence of the high-octane action. This process was a testament to the developers' ingenuity, as they managed to maintain the arcade feel while optimizing for a home console. One of the primary challenges in porting Contra to the NES was its sprite limitations. The NES could only display a certain number of sprites on the screen at once. To overcome this, developers used creative programming techniques to reduce flickering and maintain smooth gameplay. This ingenuity ensured that players could enjoy the intense action sequences without interruption, encapsulating the arcade experience on a home console. Sound was another area where Contra's developers had to innovate. The NES's limited sound channels required a careful balance to recreate the arcade version's intense audio experience. By cleverly overlapping sound effects and music, the development team managed to produce an immersive audio landscape that heightened the game's intensity. This careful attention to sound design was crucial in maintaining the game's overall atmosphere. The game's level design had to be adapted to fit within the NES cartridge's memory constraints. Developers used a technique known as bank switching to load different parts of the game into memory as needed. This innovation allowed for larger, more complex levels without sacrificing performance, showcasing the developer's ability to maximize the limited resources available on the NES platform. The translation from arcade to console also required careful consideration of the game's control scheme. The NES controller, with its limited buttons, needed to deliver the same responsive and intuitive gameplay as the arcade cabinet's joystick and buttons. The developers succeeded by focusing on tight, responsive controls, ensuring players could execute precise movements and rapid-fire actions, a hallmark of the Contra experience. Contra's gameplay mechanics were groundbreaking for their time. The introduction of simultaneous two-player cooperative play was a game-changer. Players could strategize and coordinate attacks, creating a dynamic gameplay experience that was both challenging and rewarding. This cooperative mode added a layer of depth and replayability, encouraging players to work together to overcome the game's formidable challenges. The game's weapon power-up system was another innovative aspect. Players could upgrade their firepower by collecting power-ups, each offering distinct strategic advantages. From the rapid-fire machine gun to the devastating spread shot, these upgrades allowed players to tailor their approach to each level's unique challenges. This system of power-ups added an element of strategy and variety, keeping the gameplay fresh and exciting. Contra's levels were designed to test players' reflexes and strategic thinking. Each level introduced new enemy types and environmental hazards, requiring players to adapt their tactics continuously. The game's pacing kept players on their toes, with a mix of horizontal and vertical scrolling levels that provided a diverse range of challenges. This variety ensured that players remained engaged and invested throughout their gaming experience. One of the signature features of Contra was its use of pseudo 3D sections, where players navigated through corridors and attacked enemies in the background. These sections were a technical marvel on the NES, offering a unique gameplay experience that broke from the traditional side-scrolling format. This innovation added depth to the game, both literally and figuratively, setting Contra apart from other games of its era. The game's difficulty was both a challenge and an innovation. Contra was not for the faint of heart, its relentless pacing and unforgiving enemies demanded precision and skill. This high level of difficulty became a defining feature, attracting players who sought a true test of their gaming prowess. It was this challenge that contributed to Contra's lasting appeal, as players took pride in conquering its demanding levels. Contra's level design is a masterclass in pacing and variety. Each level presents a unique set of challenges, from the dense jungles of the first stage to the alien-infested corridors of the final levels. The environments are meticulously crafted to keep players engaged, with each area offering new obstacles and enemy patterns to overcome. This diversity in level design ensured that players were constantly faced with fresh challenges. The bosses in Contra are memorable for their size and complexity. Each boss battle serves as a climactic end to a level, demanding players to learn patterns and exploit weaknesses. From the towering alien heart to the mechanical fortress, these encounters were as much about strategy as they were about firepower. The creativity in boss design added another layer of excitement, making each victory feel like a significant achievement. Contra's level design also included vertical stages, which were relatively uncommon at the time. These stages required players to ascend through challenging environments, dodging enemies and navigating tricky platforms. The shift from horizontal to vertical gameplay added another dimension to the game, testing players' adaptability and ensuring that no two levels felt the same. This design choice kept the gameplay dynamic and engaging. The progression of difficulty in Contra's levels is expertly balanced. Early levels introduce players to the game's mechanics and gradually increase in complexity, ensuring a smooth learning curve. By the time players reach the final stages, they are fully equipped to handle the game's most challenging scenarios. This careful calibration of difficulty is a testament to the thoughtful design that went into creating a fair yet challenging experience. Contra's music is as iconic as its gameplay. The soundtrack, composed by Hidenori Mizawa, Kazuki Muraoka, and Kiyohiro Sada, is a high-energy mix of driving beats and catchy melodies. Each track perfectly complements the action on screen, intensifying the game's fast-paced nature. The music's ability to elevate the gaming experience speaks to the composer's understanding of how sound can enhance the emotional impact of gameplay. The sound effects in Contra are meticulously crafted to enhance the immersive experience. From the satisfying blast of the spread gun to the ominous hum of alien machinery, these sounds contribute to the game's atmosphere. The sound design ensures that each action, from shooting enemies to picking up power-ups, is accompanied by a distinct and rewarding audio cue, providing players with immediate feedback and amplifying the game's intensity. The NES's limited audio channels posed a challenge in creating Contra's rich soundscape. The development team employed advanced techniques to maximize the hardware's capabilities, layering sounds and music to create a full and engaging audio experience. This technical prowess is evident in how the music and sound effects never feel overcrowded, instead blending seamlessly to maintain the game's high-energy atmosphere. One of the most memorable aspects of Contra is the infamous Konami code, which gave players a much-needed boost with 30 extra lives. This secret became legendary in gaming culture, symbolizing the shared knowledge and camaraderie among players. It also highlighted the game's difficulty, as even with the extra lives, completing Contra was no small feat. This code is a quintessential part of the game's legacy. Contra is filled with moments that test players' patience and skill. The game's relentless difficulty can lead to frustrating moments, especially for those unprepared for its challenges. Levels are packed with enemies, and one wrong move can lead to a swift game over. However, it is precisely these challenges that make the game rewarding, as overcoming them requires perseverance and skill, offering immense satisfaction upon completion. Easter eggs and hidden secrets are sprinkled throughout Contra, rewarding observant players with extra points or power-ups. These secrets add an additional layer of depth, encouraging exploration and experimentation. Discovering a hidden cache of power-ups or an extra life can be the difference between success and failure, providing a thrilling incentive for players to delve deeper into the game's intricacies. The game's challenging design sometimes results in moments of frustration, particularly in the later levels where enemies swarm relentlessly. Yet, these moments are often balanced by the thrill of narrowly escaping danger or executing a perfect run through a level. This mix of frustration and triumph is a hallmark of Contra's design, creating a memorable and addictive gameplay loop that keeps players coming back for more. Contra's success on the NES led to numerous ports and sequels, each building upon the original's foundation. The game was adapted for various platforms, including the MSX2 and the Commodore 64, each version offering its unique take on the classic. These ports expanded Contra's reach, allowing more players to experience its intense action and solidifying its status as a gaming icon. The legacy of Contra extends through its sequels, which continue to push the boundaries of the run-and-gun genre. Each new installment introduced innovative features while retaining the core elements that made the original a classic. From Super Contra to Contra, Hardcore, these games expanded the Contra universe, ensuring the series remained relevant in the ever-evolving gaming landscape. Contra's influence is evident in numerous modern games that draw inspiration from its fast-paced action and cooperative gameplay. Titles like Metal Slug and Cuphead owe a debt to Contra's groundbreaking mechanics, proving that its impact continues to resonate within the industry. The game's legacy is a testament to its timeless design and the lasting appeal of its challenging yet rewarding gameplay. As we look back on Contra's enduring legacy, it's clear that its impact on gaming is immeasurable. The game not only defined a genre but also inspired countless players and developers. Its blend of action, challenge, and cooperative play set a standard that many games still strive to achieve. Contra remains a beloved classic, a testament to its revolutionary design and the indelible mark it left on the world of gaming.